Hello.
Hey, may I come in?
Yes, you may. Come on in. Well, the room that we're standing in right now is kind of my multi-purpose room. So this is probably one of the smaller houses that you're going to see on a Peace Corps Thailand MTV Cribs video. I use this room as a multi-purpose like eating room, lounging room. I watch TV in here sometimes. What I do is I'll even like fold the legs of this table up and put it over here to get it out of the way. And I have a guest right now in my house, but when I don't, I actually take one of the small mattresses that are in here and I have it stowed against this wall, so when it's time to go to bed I put the table up and away, I pull the mattress down, and then I pull sheets and comforter from over here and I just make up my bed here and sleep here. Speaking of beds, let's head over to my bedroom. So like I said, I have a guest right now, so I actually have the big bed made up. But it's funny, you can't see it, but this is actually 3 smaller mattresses pushed together. Here I just have like jewelry, any sort of accessories, and I was actually really lucky. So not all houses come furnished, but this one came fairly furnished. So it came with like 3 mattresses and this bed frame. It came with this wardrobe and the table that's over there in the corner. This mirror, I actually waited, it took over a year and a half to finally get this mirror. And part of that was money, but part of that was also having a good way to actually get it from the convenience store to the Somtao to get all the way to my site. So next place we're gonna go is my kitchen. I have a refrigerator, which is very, very nice. Not always a given here. I have a lovely gas stove, and I have a fun story with that one too. I went over a year without a stove because the first time I tried to get a stove, I thought an electric stove would be easier. That was false. I never had the funds to buy one until over a year in. My counterpart was really, really great, and she drove me to a place, made sure I got a good deal, and I now cook real food. I don't cook everything in my rice cooker like I did. Let's talk about my water system real quick. Thai water, you cannot just drink it right out of the drain. So a lot of people do different things. Some people will boil their water. Some people just buy it by the giant jug. I did that for a while. I drink a lot of water. And like I said before, I don't really have a good way of getting large, heavy things back and forth. So I ended up I brought this bladder and filter for hiking, but I've been using it as sort of a gravity water system where I just put water from my sink right up here and it just drips into these bigger bottles, and I use them to fill up bottles like this and just put them in my fridge. Each of these can fill 4 of these bottles. In my fridge right now I have 5 chilled and ready to go.
Tell us about this counter.
Okay, so fun story about this counter. This is actually what it's supposed to look like. This is what it looked like for the first very long time that I lived here. And that just drove me nuts because I couldn't clean it properly. So I bought some future board in the theme color of this kitchen. Guess what it is? And I just put it over, and it makes me feel so happy because I can finally clean it properly, and with bleach there aren't ants living in it anymore. And yeah, probably the most important thing in this kitchen is right here, spice collection. I think I bought 2 of these spices in Thailand. The rest were gifts. And this is my multivitamin. I'm vegetarian. And my Malarone, which keeps me from getting malaria because I live in a malaria zone right on the border of Myanmar. Oh, and my toaster oven. Ovens are kind of not really a thing in Thailand at all. So, like bread, cookies, flour-based foods, you don't really have them. So I bought this toaster oven like first thing whenever I moved out on my own. Let's head into my bathroom. So in they go. You don't have like a separate space that's just like for baths and showers. The whole room is kind of your shower. So I'm a little weird. I only wear my shower shoes when I'm not showering. And then when I am in the shower, I'm barefoot and I use this brush to clean the floor while it's still wet and soapy. I'm also really lucky. I have a Western toilet as opposed to a squat toilet. I have a Western toilet that flushes. Most other people might have to like have a basin of water and then just use one of these to dump a bunch of water in and kind of manually flush it. And the third way that I'm super lucky is I have hot water. My site is also up in the mountains, so the temperatures get kind of cold anyway. And this isn't like a hot water tank, it just kind of heats the water as it goes. During cold season, it's like actually cold. Like at some points it gets almost to be freezing temperatures. So you have to have the water pressure on super low for it to actually be warm by the time it gets to you. And even then, the way the Thai bathrooms go, Thai houses really, insulation, not really a thing. So these cinder blocks actually open directly to outside. So you're standing here, you got this little trickle of hot water, and you're like, oh my god, I'm still really cold, and you stop taking showers in the morning and you only take them at noon. These are my laundry tubs. I don't hand wash all of my laundry because I don't like to cry, but I do have some things that I do have to hand wash, and also I'm a firm believer in baths, so if I'm ever feeling really stressed out or a little on the sick side, I actually will fill up one of these tubs a little bit and sit in it, and then fill up the other one more so, and then just use that to dump water on me, Peaky Blinders style. Let's go out on my porch. This was actually one of the big reasons that I chose this house. I got a very spacious porch. It just rained, so that could be slightly more convenient. But Thai people like spending time with you. They like spending time with you unannounced. And I love being with them, but also I need time to myself. One of the best ways to assure that I can get that is drawing very firm boundaries. So whenever kids come to visit me, a lot of times, I kind of relegate them to the outdoors. The weather's always really nice, so it's not unreasonable to ask of them. And it's just like, it's a nice table. We can sit out here, eat, play cards, do coloring pages, bingo, whatever we want. So I mentioned before, laundry. So a lot of Thai people will hand wash all of their laundry, and I've decided that my time is worth more than the money that it takes to take them to the laundromat. So I hand wash the things that I need to. I take everything else to the coin laundromat. But laundromat doesn't have dryers because Thailand is a tropical country and it's hot. So what I do whenever they're done in the wash and I need to take it back, this area is meant for like cars and motorcycles, but we're not allowed to have those. So I have my bike off to the side because Peace Corps Thailand volunteers get those. And then everything else just gets hung up here.
Andy insists that her site is never rainy.
It's not, I didn't say it's never rainy, but it doesn't rain this much usually. Anyway, one of the appeals of this laundry setup is that I have a lovely roof over top of here, which means that even while it's raining, my clothing does not get any wetter than it already does, which is not something that all volunteers can say, unfortunately. There's been many a volunteer who has had to scramble home to save their clothing from our soap. Okay, let's get going. Our roosters over here hiding like they should. There's Wesley being pregnant. Wesley, apparently. This was very new news. Grandma would have killed me if she saw me on this couch. Or if she saw me walking around without this couch. Alright, so right around the corner from my house, very conveniently located, is my vegetable and egg shop. They started carrying fruit recently, but altogether it's super convenient because I know them, so I get good prices. And it just has most foods that I would ever want to cook. So, like, I can always buy things fresh instead of like buying them in advance and just letting them rot in my house. sure this road has another name, but I call it Guest House Row because it just has a lot of guest houses. We have the tallest waterfall in Thailand very close to my site, and like any tours out there start here. So this just happens to be where all the tourists stay.
What's the name of the tallest waterfall in Thailand?
Thi Lor Su. Put in, it means Black Rock Waterfall. Yeah, that's my landlady's house. Okay, so here's the washing machines I use. These are all 30 baht, that's a 40 baht one because it's the bigger loads. It's all very glamorous, but while my wash is in here, it takes about an hour, so I just go right across the street to this cafe. Let's go to it now. Okay, so this place is actually like super important in my site. It's probably like one of the biggest shops or businesses in my community. It is actually a combined cafe, souvenir t-shirt shop, and by night it is a restaurant. So something fun that they have right here, and I love these. This is a map of my site.
I got
And I'll buy you one, by the way.
Aw, thank you.
The main reason I grabbed my money, I was like, it's right in.
Oh, look, your police station's right there.
Yeah, it's right across the street. It's very convenient.